had continued their journey of self-discovery and healing. They took the time to understand themselves and their past relationships, learning to accept the decisions they had made and the repercussions that followed. Each day they took strides to become better individuals, hoping to one day reunite with a stronger foundation and a love that could conquer any obstacle. During their time apart, Big Headish focused on rebuilding her relationship with her friends and family who had been hurt by her affair. She spent long hours in deep conversations, seeking forgiveness and offering apologies for her actions. She began volunteering at a local charity, hoping to give back to her community and find a sense of purpose beyond her personal life. This newfound focus allowed her to grow as an individual, fostering empathy and understanding for the struggles of others. Knucklehead, on the other hand, dove headfirst into his career, working tirelessly to prove his worth and make amends for the hurt he had caused. He took on new projects and challenges, using his professional success as a means of rebuilding his confidence and self-esteem. He also began attending therapy, working through the complex emotions and motivations that had led him to betray his partner's trust. As they worked on themselves, Big Headish and Knucklehead maintained their promise to stay in touch. Their conversations, once filled with longing and passion, had evolved into a deep friendship built on mutual respect and support. They shared their successes and challenges, offering advice and encouragement as they navigated the path towards self-improvement and personal growth. Slowly but surely, they began to rebuild their lives, mending the relationships that had been damaged by their affair. And as they did so, they began to realize that their love, once a fiery passion that consumed them, had grown into something more profound and enduring. They had weathered the storm together, and their bond had only grown stronger as a result. After a year of healing and growth, Big Headish and Knucklehead found themselves at a crossroads. They had rebuilt their lives and become better people, but their love for one another remained as strong as ever. They knew that they could no longer deny their feelings or put their love on hold, but they also recognized that the decision to be together would not be an easy one. There would be more obstacles to overcome, more judgments to face, and more sacrifices to make. As they stood at the precipice of their future, they knew that the choice they made would define the rest of their lives. They could continue on their separate paths, hoping to find happiness and fulfillment on their own, or they could take the leap of faith and pursue the love that had brought them together in the first place. After long hours of soul-searching and heart-wrenching conversations, they decided that their love was worth the risk. They chose to face the world together, hand in hand, ready to overcome any obstacle that stood in their way. Big Headish and Knucklehead began the process of merging their lives, facing the challenges and judgments that came with their decision. They moved in together, creating a sanctuary where they could nurture their love and grow together as partners. They continued to work on their personal growth, supporting each other in their endeavors and finding strength in their shared experiences. As they faced the world together, they found that their love was not only a source of comfort, but also a wellspring of resilience. They were able to weather the storms of life with grace and determination, knowing that they had each other to lean on during the darkest moments. Their love had grown from the ashes of temptation into a steadfast and unbreakable bond, capable of withstanding the test of time and the judgment of others. Together, they faced the challenges that life threw their way, supporting one another through job changes, family issues, and personal struggles. As they grew and evolved as individuals, they found that their love continued to deepen, becoming an integral part of their identity and sense of self. Big Headish and Knucklehead also became pillars of their community, using their experiences and newfound wisdom to help others navigate the complexities of love, relationships, and personal growth. They volunteered their time, sharing their story with those who sought guidance and understanding, hoping to make a difference in the lives of others. As the years passed, their love continued to blossom, a testament to the power of forgiveness, growth, and unconditional love. They celebrated milestones together, marking anniversaries, birthdays, and other important moments with gratitude and joy. They had proven to themselves and the world that their love, though born from a place of temptation and betrayal, could transform into something beautiful and enduring. In the end, Big Headish and Knucklehead had found a love that transcended their past mistakes, a love that defied the odds and became a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. They had chosen to face the challenges of life together, hand in hand, and in doing so, they had discovered the true power of love and the importance of never giving up on the one you hold dear. Their story served as a reminder that love, though it may be tested and challenged, can ultimately triumph over adversity. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for forgiveness, growth, and redemption. And so, Big Headish and Knucklehead continued to walk the path of life together, their love an unbreakable bond that only grew stronger with each passing day. They knew that they had found something truly special, a love that could withstand the test of time and the judgment of others, and they were determined to cherish and nurture it for the rest of their lives. Chapter 6. A Love That Conquers All. As the years passed, Big Headish and Knucklehead's love continued to flourish, a living testament to the power of forgiveness, redemption, and unwavering commitment. They had faced countless challenges and hurdles, but their love had remained steadfast, growing stronger and more resilient with each passing day. In their journey together, they had not only found happiness and fulfillment in one another, but also had become integral members of their community. They continued to use their experiences and the lessons they had learned to help others, providing guidance and support to those who face similar struggles in their relationships. Their love had become a beacon of hope for others, a shining example of the transformative power of love and the potential for growth and healing in even the most difficult of circumstances. They had shown that with determination and unwavering commitment, it was possible to overcome the most daunting of obstacles and build a love that could truly stand the test of time. As they settled into their life together, Big Headish and Knucklehead began to dream of the future, imagining the possibilities that lay ahead. They spoke of starting a family, of raising children who would be brought up with the values of love, compassion, and understanding that had come to define their own relationship. With the decision made, they embarked on the journey of parenthood, welcoming their first child into the world with open hearts and boundless love. As they held their newborn baby, they marveled at the miracle of life and the love that had brought them to this moment. Over time, their family continued to grow, and with each new addition, their love for one another only deepened. They found joy in the simple moments, in the laughter of their children, in the quiet comfort of their home. Through the sleepless nights and the challenges of parenting, they leaned on each other for support and guidance, their love an unshakable foundation upon which their family was built. Their children grew up surrounded by love and understanding, learning from their parents' example the importance of compassion, forgiveness, and perseverance. They watched as Big Headish and Knucklehead navigated the complexities of life together, hand in hand, and they came to understand the true meaning of love and partnership. As the years turned to decades, Big Headish and Knucklehead grew old together, their love a constant presence in their lives. They celebrated milestones and achievements, watching with pride as their children and grandchildren embarked on their own journeys and found love and happiness in their lives. Though they faced the inevitable challenges and heartaches that come with age, they never wavered in their commitment to one another, their love an unwavering beacon that guided them through the darkest of times. In each other, they had found not only a partner, but also a best friend, a confidant, and a soulmate. Their love story, born from the ashes of temptation and betrayal, had transformed into a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and unwavering commitment. They had proven that with hard work and dedication, it was possible to overcome the most daunting of obstacles and build a love that could truly stand the test of time. As they sat together in the twilight of their lives, their hands intertwined and their hearts full of gratitude, they knew that they had found something truly special, a love that had conquered all and had become an unbreakable bond that would last for all eternity. The Knucklehead Chronicles, Jeffrey Jerome Price's Adventures on the Internet. Chapter 1, The Social Media Sensation. Story 1, The Viral Dance Challenge. Jeffrey Jerome Price, always eager to jump on the latest trend, decides to participate in a viral dance challenge. He sets up his phone, starts the music, and begins his dance routine. Unfortunately, Jeffrey's coordination isn't the best, leading to a series of hilarious missteps and falls. Despite, or perhaps because of his clumsiness, the video goes viral, making Jeffrey an overnight sensation. Comments flood in praising his effort and humor, and soon he's invited to participate in talk shows and dance-offs, all while showcasing his signature knucklehead charm. Story 2, The Meme Master. Jeffrey discovers the world of memes and decides to create his own. He spends hours crafting the perfect meme, only to accidentally post a draft version filled with typos and nonsensical phrases. To his surprise, the meme becomes incredibly popular for its sheer absurdity, and Jeffrey is dubbed the Meme Master by his growing fan base. His unique sense of humor and knack for turning mistakes into comedy gold earn him a dedicated following and even a meme-themed merchandise line. Show Chapter 2, The Tech Guru. Story 1, The Gadget Reviewer. Inspired by popular tech reviewers on YouTube, Jeffrey decides to start his own channel. He orders the latest smartphone and sets up a makeshift studio in his living room. During the unboxing, Jeffrey accidentally drops the phone in a bowl of soup, causing a short circuit and a lot of laughs. Despite the mishap, his genuine enthusiasm and comedic delivery win over viewers, and his channel quickly gains subscribers who tune in for his honest and hilarious reviews. Story 2, The DIY Disaster. Jeffrey attempts to fix his old computer by following an online DIY tutorial. Armed with a screwdriver and a lot of confidence, he starts disassembling the computer. However, his lack of technical know-how leads to a series of comical errors, including losing screws, misplacing components, and eventually creating a smoke-filled mess. In the end, Jeffrey's attempt at computer repair results in a trip to the electronics store for a new computer, but his entertaining video documenting the process becomes a hit online. Chapter 3, The Health and Fitness Journey. Story 1, The Yoga Yogi. Determined to get fit, Jeffrey enrolls in a yoga class and decides to document his progress. His first class is a comedy of errors, with Jeffrey falling out of poses, knocking over other students, and getting tangled in his own mat. Despite the chaos, Jeffrey's persistence and positive attitude shine through. His hilarious yet inspiring journey to mastering yoga attracts a loyal following, encouraging others to embrace fitness with a sense of humor. Story 2, The Smoothie Saga. Jeffrey jumps on the health trend bandwagon by creating his own smoothie recipes. He decides to film a live stream smoothie making session showcasing his unique concoctions. Unfortunately, his blender malfunctions, splattering smoothie all over the kitchen and himself. Viewers can't get enough of the chaos, and Jeffrey's Smoothie Saga becomes a beloved series, with fans tuning in to see what new disaster will unfold in each episode. Say Cheese Chapter 4, The Travel Vlogger. Story 1, The Epic Road Trip. Jeffrey decides to embark on an epic road trip across the country and vlog his experiences. His journey is filled with wrong turns, quirky roadside attractions, and unexpected adventures. From getting lost in the desert to accidentally driving into a parade, Jeffrey's road trip is a whirlwind of comedic moments. His genuine enthusiasm and ability to find humor in every situation endear him to viewers, turning his travel vlog into a must-watch series. Story 2, The Foreign Food Fiasco. During a trip abroad, Jeffrey decides to try local delicacies and film his reactions. His adventurous spirit leads him to sample some truly unusual foods, resulting in a series of hilarious taste tests. From accidentally eating something extremely spicy to misinterpreting menus, Jeffrey's Foreign Food Fiasco is a hit with his audience. His willingness to embrace new experiences and laugh at himself makes his travel vlogs both entertaining and relatable. Chapter 5, The Environmental Activist. Story 1, The Recycling Rumble. Jeffrey becomes passionate about recycling and decides to raise awareness through a series of videos. He organizes a neighborhood recycling event, but his overzealous efforts lead to a comedic mix-up of bins, resulting in chaos. Despite the initial confusion, Jeffrey's enthusiasm inspires the community to get involved in recycling, turning the event into a surprising success. His humorous approach to environmental activism gains him recognition and support from environmental organizations. Story 2: The Garden Guru. Jeffrey takes up gardening as a way to promote sustainability and create a greener environment. He starts a gardening vlog, but his lack of experience leads to a series of funny mishaps, from overwatering plants to accidentally planting weeds. Nevertheless, his determination and humorous approach win over viewers who appreciate his honest and entertaining take on gardening. Jeffrey's garden eventually flourishes, and his journey inspires others to start their own gardens. Chapter 6: The Home Improvement Hero. Story 1: The DIY Home Renovation. Jeffrey decides to renovate his house and documents the process. Armed with YouTube tutorials and a lot of enthusiasm, he tackles various projects with mixed results. From painting disasters to furniture assembly failures, Jeffrey's home improvement journey is filled with laughter and lessons. Despite the mishaps, his videos resonate with viewers who enjoy his down-to-earth approach and can-do attitude. Story 2: The Ultimate Man Cave. Determined to create the ultimate man cave, Jeffrey embarks on a mission to transform his basement. His plans include installing a bar, a gaming area, and a home theater. However, his lack of DIY skills leads to a series of humorous setbacks, including a collapsed bar and a botched wiring job. Despite the challenges, Jeffrey's Man Cave project becomes a beloved series, and his perseverance and humor inspire others to tackle their own DIY projects. Chapter 7: The Animal Advocate. Story 1: The Pet Adoption Adventure. Jeffrey decides to adopt a pet and documents the entire process. From visiting animal shelters to choosing the perfect pet, his journey is filled with heartwarming and funny moments. His new furry friend quickly becomes a star in Jeffrey's videos, and together they promote pet adoption and responsible pet ownership. Story 2: The Wildlife Rescue. Jeffrey volunteers at a wildlife rescue center and shares his experiences through vlogs. His first day involves a series of comedic blunders, including getting sprayed by a skunk and chased by a goose. Despite the chaos, Jeffrey's genuine care for the animals shines through, and his videos raise awareness about wildlife conservation and the importance of rescue centers. Chapter 8: The Culinary Explorer. Story 1: The Cooking Show Calamity. Jeffrey auditions for a local cooking show and gets selected. His on-air cooking attempts are filled with hilarious mishaps, from burning dishes to forgetting ingredients. Despite the chaos, his charisma and humor win over the audience, making him a fan favorite. Jeffrey's cooking show becomes a hit, celebrated more for the laughs than the recipes. Story 2: The Baking Blunder. Jeffrey decides to bake a cake for a local charity event and documents the process. His baking attempts result in a series of comical errors, from misreading the recipe to accidentally using salt instead of sugar. The final product is a disaster, but Jeffrey's good-natured spirit and the laughs he provides make the charity event a success, raising more funds than expected. Chapter 9: The Personal Development Journey. Story 1: The Meditation Mishap. Jeffrey decides to try meditation to improve his mental well-being. He sets up a serene space in his home and follows an online guide. However, his attempts are constantly interrupted by his own clumsiness, including knocking over candles and falling asleep mid-meditation. Despite the humorous interruptions, Jeffrey finds moments of genuine peace and shares his journey with his viewers, encouraging them to explore meditation in their own lives. Story 2: The Self-Help Seminar. Jeffrey attends a self-help seminar and decides to document his experience. His interactions with other attendees and the seminar activities lead to a series of funny and enlightening moments. Through the ups and downs, Jeffrey learns valuable lessons about personal growth and shares his newfound insights with his audience, inspiring them to pursue their own self-improvement journeys. Chapter 10, The Philanthropist. Story 1, The Fundraising Fiasco. Jeffrey organizes a fundraising event for a local charity. His ambitious plans include a raffle, a talent show, and a bake sale. However, his lack of event planning experience leads to a series of comedic mishaps, from misplaced raffle tickets to talent show performers not showing up. Despite the chaos, Jeffrey's enthusiasm and determination result in a successful event that raises significant funds for the charity. Story 2, The Volunteer Venture. Jeffrey volunteers at a soup kitchen and documents his experience. His first day involves a series of humorous blunders, including accidentally serving soup to the wrong people and getting lost in the kitchen. Despite the mishaps, Jeffrey's genuine desire to help and his infectious humor make him a favorite among the staff and those they serve. His videos inspire others to volunteer and make a positive impact in their communities.
As we begin to close this gathering, let us take a moment to connect deeply with the energy we've created together. Imagine the vibrancy of our shared intentions, mingling like painted colors on a canvas, each hue telling a story of hope and possibility. Let your heart resonate with the aspirations we've voiced and recognize the power that arises from our unity. Each word, Every affirmation reflects our commitment to manifesting a brighter reality. Feel the warmth of encouragement as we acknowledge the dreams we are nurturing individually and collectively. Together, we are resilient, confident in the beautiful journey ahead, where every step can lead us toward a breathtaking transformation. As we reflect on the dreams we've shared, let's remember that our words are not merely spoken. They are a commitment to action. Each intention voiced carries the potential to inspire not only ourselves, but also those around us. When we lift each other up with our encouragement, we create a fertile environment for dreams to flourish. As we journey forward, let's hold steadfast to the belief that our combined energy can resonate through challenges, turning them into stepping stones toward our aspirations. Remember, we are each other's champions, and together we can manifest extraordinary change. As we carry the magnificence of this moment within us, let's remember that the collective strength ignited here today is ours to wield. Each member of this gathering holds a unique spark, contributing to the radiant tapestry of desires we share. Embrace the connections we've established. They serve as reminders that we are never alone on this path. As we embark on our journeys, let us continue to affirm our dreams with courage and conviction, aware that every word we speak reverberates through the fabric of our realities, creating a world rich with possibility and hope. Together, we are destined for greatness, transforming our affirmations into vibrant manifestations as we move forward. As we step outside of this gathering, let's take with us the resonance of our intentions and allow them to guide our steps each day. Carry that spark of inspiration, for within it lies the potential to illuminate our paths. Each of us has a part to play in this unfolding story of hope and possibility. And as we move forward, let us remain committed to lifting one another in our pursuits. Embrace the growth that comes from sharing our visions, knowing that through collaboration, we amplify the energy of our collective dreams, weaving a stronger tapestry of success and unity. Together, the impact we create reaches far beyond ourselves, as our shared affirmations ripple into the world, inviting endless opportunities to manifest. As we stand on the brink of the extraordinary, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in the here and now, breathing in the energy of our shared intentions. Feel the pulse of possibility surround you, each heartbeat echoing the dreams we've woven together with our words. It is this moment of connection that nurtures our resolve, reminding us that we are equipped to embrace whatever unfolds next. Together, let's carry forth the vibrant energy of our shared purpose into the world, igniting hope and inspiration wherever we go. Our journey is just beginning, and the path ahead is rich with potential waiting to be realized. With each affirmation, we become architects of our destiny, shaping our lives through the power of collaboration and support. As we part ways today, remember that we are intertwined in this beautiful journey of manifestation, forever connected by the dreams we share and the actions we take. Let's take a final moment to visualize our dreams taking flight, each one a radiant bird soaring into the sky, carrying with it the hopes and aspirations we've nurtured together. As we release these intentions into the universe, feel the anticipation of their arrival, trusting that the energy we've cultivated will guide them toward reality. When we grasp the essence of our collective voice, we empower not only ourselves but also those around us, forging a path filled with promise and unity. In this light, remember that every step forward is infused with the strength of our shared journey and the clarity of our intentions. As we prepare to step into this new chapter, let's carry with us the profound lessons learned from our time together. The connections we've formed serve as a reminder that we are woven into a vibrant network of support, empowering one another to navigate the complexities of our dreams. In this unity, we discover not only strength, but a shared responsibility to elevate each other, embodying the essence of collaboration. As we rise, let's embrace the beauty that unfolds when diverse aspirations converge, creating a harmonious symphony that resonates with the energy of the universe. Each of us, a vital note, plays an integral role in crafting melodies of hope and transformation. In closing this gathering, let's take a moment to acknowledge the significance of the bonds we've strengthened today. Each of us has played a part in cultivating an atmosphere of encouragement and hope, allowing us to envision our dreams more clearly. As we step back into our lives, may we remember the power of these connections, turning our shared visions into meaningful actions. Together, we have planted the seeds of our intentions, and as we nurture them with patience and love, they will surely flourish into magnificent realities. Embrace the journey ahead, knowing that we stand united, ready to uplift one another in pursuit of greatness. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let us remember that the bonds we've forged here are invaluable. Each encouraging word, every shared vision, echoes in our hearts, reminding us of the strength we possess collectively. Together, we will strive toward our dreams, nurturing them with unwavering belief and support. As we transition back into the world, let us hold on to the energy of hope and possibility, letting it inspire our actions and decisions. With courage, commitment, and community, we will transform our intentions into reality, paving the way for a brighter future filled with abundance. Together, we embark on this journey with renewed spirits, determined to embrace the possibilities awaiting us as we continue to affirm our dreams. As we conclude this gathering, remember that our shared intentions and affirmations empower us to turn dreams into reality, fostering a community of strength, inspiration, and hope. Together we rise, uniquely contributing to a brighter, more abundant future where our collective energy and vision can flourish. 1. How can I express my hopes and aspirations boldly? 2. Am I open to receiving support from others in my journey? 3. What dreams am I nurturing within myself? 4. How can I transform challenges into opportunities? 5. In what ways can I uplift those around me? 6. What steps can I take to manifest my intentions? 7. How can I embrace the strength of our collective energy? 8. Am I committed to nurturing my dreams daily? 9. How can I remember the connections we've formed? 10. What actions can I take to contribute to our shared purpose? 11. How do I feel about the possibilities ahead? 12. How can I stay resilient in the face of adversity? 13. What affirmations can I repeat to empower myself? 14. How can I support others in their pursuits? 15. What unique spark do I bring to our collective dreams? 16. How can I visualize my dreams taking flight? 17. How do I resonate with hope and possibility in my life? 18. In what ways can I cultivate a fertile environment for dreams? 19. How can I embrace collaboration as a strength? 20. What lessons have I learned from this gathering? 21. How can I remind myself of our shared vision? 22. What commitments can I make to my personal growth? 23. How can I celebrate the journey we share? 24. How will I carry the energy of this gathering with me? 25. In what ways can I turn my affirmations into action?
Rapkin Saga, Harmony at Home Part 1. Roots in Rhythm Chapter 1. Homecoming Hymn. The gates of rhythm had closed softly behind them. The battlefield of rhyme and rebellion was now a memory etched in their flows. The Rapkins, once warriors of word and defenders of beat, had returned not to rest but to live. Their house sat in the heart of Harmony Heights, nestled between a jazz cafe and a vinyl bookstore. Vines curled around its porch like melodic bars, and from within the scent of sage and soul food lingered. Mama Rap stood at the kitchen window, watching her children trickle in one by one. No armor, no mic standoffs, just mismatched socks, tired smiles, and the kind of silence that comes from finally being safe.
"Get in here, all y'all," she hollered. "If you can rhyme, you can rinse a dish."
Excitement Rap bounced through the door first, dapping up everyone from the cat to the couch.
Yo, it's so good to just exist again. I'm about to freestyle folding laundry.
Professor Rap followed behind, lugging an armful of dusty notebooks.
Let's establish a knowledge zone. I'm starting a wisdom wall. Historical bars by decade.
Groove Rap peeked around the corner, already wearing headphones, paintbrush tucked behind his ear.
If y'all don't mind, I'd like to repaint the basement. I got an idea called Layers of Lineage.
Melancholy Rap arrived quietly, hoodie up, eyes thoughtful. He slid onto the piano bench and began to play a low, contemplative chord progression that filled the house with soft memory. The little one, Toddler Rap, toddled in behind a vine-wrapped garden tool.
Repeating Rapkin back, Rapkin nap.
To the beat of his tiny feet, Fury Rap stormed in like a firestorm turned warm.
"If we're home, then we give back. I'm starting a weekly forum, no excuses."
Flirt Rap spun into the room with a wink and a snap.
"And I'll be hosting the Vibe. Open mic Thursdays, donations encouraged."
Lazy Rap ambled in last, arms stretched like jazz hands.
"I'd clap, but I'm conserving energy. Let's breathe before we build."
As the day turned to dusk, they all gathered on the porch. Serenity Rap lit a candle in the center of the table. Her voice was barely a whisper, but everyone leaned in to listen.
"We are still writing," she said, "but now we write together."
And there it was, the first bar of the next chapter in their legacy. No enemies, no battles, just a rhythm of love, purpose, and verse. Jingle, boots off, hearts on. We heal and clap, give a little love, with a victory rap. Freestyle. This, write 4 bars, welcoming someone home, and include a line about one way you can give back this week. Chapter 2, Morning Groove. Before the sun fully stretched its golden arms across the sky, the Rapkin kitchen was already alive. Mama Rap moved like music incarnate, whisking eggs to the beat, flipping pancakes with precision, and humming soul harmonies as if seasoning the air itself. Her slippers patted softly against the tile as the scent of smoked paprika and roasted tomatoes wrapped the room like a warm hook. She didn't need an alarm clock. Her rhythm was the clock.
"Rise and rhyme," she sang, voice dancing up the stairs like a trumpet solo.
If you want a plate, you best bring a verse. The family staggered in, sleepy-eyed and barefoot. Excitement Rap was first, still half dancing from a dream.
Yo, morning mama, I got a new wake-up hook. Sun up, soul up, grits in the pan, love so thick, gotta eat with both hands.
Mama Rap giggled and handed him a biscuit.
You rhyme with flavor, baby."
Lazy Rap followed next, wrapped in a comforter like a burrito. "No verse, just vibes. I'll sweep later."
Flirt Rap leaned on the counter. "I'm just here to butter my toast and the conversation."
Meanwhile, Toddler Rap beatboxed into his plastic spoon.
Chair dancing to an invisible jam.
Bap bap boom boom, juice box drop.
Mama Rap handed him his sippy cup.
And rapped back gently, "Grits in your belly,
dreams in your brain.
Let Mama Rap stir joy with no pain.
The family passed condiments like they passed verses. Every squeeze of syrup was a stanza. Every clink of a plate was percussion. The kitchen wasn't just where food was made, it was where belonging was cooked into every bite. By 9 a.m., the table was cleared, dishes rinsed, and floors swept all to a playlist of old school classics and freestyle chores. Mama Rap stood at the sink, wiping her hands, eyes soft. She didn't need a crown. Her empire was warm, rhythmic, and real. And just like that, another day began with flavor, love, and flow. Eggs, sizzle, kindness, drips, tip your time, not just your chips. Freestyle, this, craft a breakfast, table chant that lists 3 small acts of service you can do before noon. Chapter 3, birthday barbecue jam. Nobody planned a party. That's not how excitement rap did things. It started with a speaker on the front lawn and one "Y'all ready to celebrate?" shout that echoed across Harmony Heights. 10 minutes later, the grill was fired up, the driveway was cleared, and the air smelled like burgers, bass lines, and anticipation.
Today's the toddler's turn up, Excitement Rap hollered, spinning a spatula in one hand and flipping hot dogs with the other. If you came hungry or happy, you're in the right place.
Tyler Rap, wearing a birthday crown made of cardboard and crayons, was jumping in circles to the beat of his own birthday song. He had no idea how old he was now. He just knew this was the best day ever.
Mama Rap emerged with a bowl of coleslaw and a freestyle. Potato salad chilled, grill on blast, love on the table, make the moment last.
Flirt Rap manned the ice cooler, handing out sodas like VIP tickets.
Even Lazy Rap was out of his hammock. He brought a folding chair to the front and nodded along, eyes half shut, grill smoke curling around him like a dream.
Groove Rap painted Toddler Rap's name in graffiti bubbles across the sidewalk using water-based chalk sprays.
Professor Rap took a moment mid-burger to jot down a verse about family infrastructure and the sociology of potato chips.
And in the middle of it all was Excitement Rap, bouncing, beaming, beatboxing between birthday toasts. This ain't just a party, this is a practice. We build community when we share joy.
Kids danced, elders clapped. A piñata shaped like a boom box exploded over the front steps.
As the sun dipped low, Serenity wrapped Toddler Rap in a warm blanket and sang a soft birthday lullaby. He fell asleep smiling, juice box still in hand.
And just like that, the driveway became a sacred space, one shaped by joy, rhythm, and neighborhood love. Candles blaze, we pass the plate, share a slice, so others create. Freestyle, this, write a party hook that turns gift giving into community giving. What cause gets the present today?
In the aftermath, whispers of Kale's audacious confrontation spread like wildfire through the neon-lit streets, igniting a flame of curiosity and rebellion among the oppressed citizens. They gathered in small clusters, exchanging stories of their fears and newfound hope, while the once steely resolve of Varshan wavered in the shadows, plotting his next move against this palpable wave of change. Each individual, emboldened by Kale's reflection, was determined to carve out their destiny within this confounding tapestry of reality. As night descended, the pulsating lights of Neo-Aetheris illuminated the faces of the gathering crowds, revealing a tapestry of emotions, fear, resolve, and a flicker of defiance that coursed through every heart. Jinxie, still in the shadows, felt the electric energy whirling around him, compelling him to step forward. "If only I could find my purpose within this chaos," he whispered, yearning for something greater than mere survival. Meanwhile, Ramiel, discreetly observing the growing unrest, clenched his fists, torn between loyalty to Varshan and the undeniable truth that Kael's presence had awakened within him. As the night deepened, the air thick with anticipation, Jinxie finally emerged from the recesses of the alley. His heart raced, fueled by the hope ignited in the aftermath of Kael's actions as he made his way toward the crowd. "This is my moment," he thought, glancing around at the weary faces transformed by Kael's bravery. He felt a strange kinship with these strangers, united in their quest for truth. Freedom coursed through him, igniting a spark long dormant. Meanwhile, Ramiel, now standing in the shadows, weighed the choice before him: conformity to the oppressive rule of Varshan, or the exhilarating uncertainty of supporting a cause that resonated within his very soul. A part of him yearned to break the chains, to step into the light and chase after liberation. The burgeoning tension in the air was palpable, a chorus of possibilities awaiting a single transformative decision. As Jinxie approached the crowd, he noticed Orin standing at the forefront, her eyes scanning the assembly with a sense of urgency. "Orin, dialogue. We are on the brink of a new era, but we must stand together and reject the shackles of fear." Her voice rang out, echoing in the stillness, drawing the attention of those around her. The murmurs faded into an expectant silence as faces turned towards her, eyes glimmering with cautious hope. Kael's influence had ignited a revolution within them, and as Jinxie stepped up beside Orin, he knew this was the beginning of something greater than any of them could fathom. "Let us rise and challenge the darkness that has gripped our lives for too long," he declared, the words spilling from his lips with newfound courage, embracing the collective heartbeat of change that united those present. As the crowd surged with renewed purpose, Ramiel felt an internal battle raging within him. Every instinct urged him to investigate the power of this uprising that Kael had sparked. In the heart of Neo-Aetheris, the veil of ignorance began to lift. With each courageous voice, the specter of fear diminished, replaced by a burgeoning clarity. The once dominant shadows of Varshan threatened to dissolve as a collective roar echoed through the streets, affirming a destiny shaped by their own hands. The Mirror Wolf's legacy would not fade but flourish, weaving a new narrative of hope.
The Rodeo. Jeffrey Jerome Price was always up for a challenge, no matter how outlandish it seemed. So when he saw a flyer for the local rodeo with a big, bold, amateur bull riding competition headline, he knew he had to give it a shot. The thrill, the adrenaline, and the opportunity to make a fool of himself in front of a large crowd were too tempting to resist. The day of the rodeo, Jeffrey strutted into the arena with a borrowed cowboy hat, a pair of boots that didn't quite fit, and a grin that stretched from ear to ear. His friends tagged along, eager to witness the spectacle they knew was coming. Despite never having ridden a bull, or even a mechanical one, Jeffrey signed up, convinced he could handle it. As he waited for his turn, Jeffrey watched the seasoned cowboys with a mix of awe and trepidation. Their effortless control and grace atop the bucking beasts were impressive, but Jeffrey's confidence remained unshaken. He was sure that sheer determination and a bit of luck would see him through. Finally, his name was called. Jeffrey took a deep breath and climbed into the chute, where a massive, snorting bull awaited. The cowboy helping him get situated gave him a dubious look, but offered a few words of encouragement. "Hold on tight and try to stay in the middle," he advised. Jeffrey nodded, gripping the rope with all his might. The gate swung open, and the bull exploded out of the chute like a rocket. Jeffrey's first thought was that he might have made a terrible mistake. The bull bucked and twisted, determined to throw off the unfamiliar rider. Jeffrey's hat flew off almost immediately, and his boots, too large to stay on, followed shortly after. Despite the chaos, Jeffrey managed to hold on for a few seconds, long enough for the crowd to start cheering. His wild, flailing ride was more comical than skillful, but it was undeniably entertaining. Just as he started to feel a shred of control, the bull made a sudden, sharp turn. Jeffrey was launched into the air, arms and legs pinwheeling as he sailed a good 10 feet before landing in the dirt with a thud. The crowd roared with laughter and applause. Jeffrey, dazed but uninjured, picked himself up and gave an exaggerated bow, dusting off his clothes. The rodeo clowns rushed in to distract the bull, allowing Jeffrey to make his way to the sidelines, where his friends greeted him with high fives and backslaps. Though he didn't last long on the bull, Jeffrey's fearless attempt and dramatic dismount earned him instant fame. His antics were the talk of the rodeo for weeks, and videos of his ride went viral on social media, solidifying his status as a local legend. Jeffrey's rodeo became a cherished memory, a testament to his unyielding spirit and knack for turning every challenge into an unforgettable adventure.
Chapter 5. Shelves of Stillness. The library transformed for Gregory. It was no longer simply a structure. It now felt like a living entity. The air between the shelves buzzed, not with sound, but with a profound presence. He became aware of the quiet in footsteps, the brief stillness before someone spoke, and how a turning page resonated like a temple's wind chime. Nothing had shifted, yet everything felt different. Books, previously just items to catalogue and check out, now seemed alive. He found himself caressing the spines, as if greeting them silently. Each time he walked past the spirituality section, he offered a slight bow, not outwardly, but inwardly, where silence had first whispered his name. At work, he spoke little. However, when he did, he intended each word deliberately. Words now felt precious, like scarce water in a desert. He chose his moments to speak, and his voice radiated warmth, like someone who knows the glow of fire intimately. Others began to notice. Patrons felt it too. One woman confided at the desk, "Your gaze brings me peace." A man, anxious and late with his returns, grimaced while handing over his books. Yet, after a shared moment with Gregory, he exhaled as if shedding a weight. "I don't know what's changed here lately," he remarked, "but it feels different." Gregory did not reply. He simply offered a smile. He had adopted a new ritual, blessing the books silently as he reshelved them. May this one reach its rightful reader. May this tale open a new perspective. May this truth awaken something ancient. Dusting the shelves became a form of prayer. He took his cloth from his bag, not out of obligation, but from love. As he cleaned the shelves, he envisioned removing the fog of forgetting from the seekers' minds. Each gleaming edge served as a reminder, you are not alone. One afternoon, he paused in front of a well-loved copy of Hafiz in the poetry section. It seemed to vibrate in his hand. He opened it randomly. The small man builds cages for everyone he knows, while the sage, who must crouch when the moon is low, keeps dropping keys all night long for the beautiful, rowdy prisoners. He closed the book. His breath caught. Tears welled but did not fall. The universe was whispering once more. And now Gregory was ready to listen. He no longer moved from task to task mechanically. He flowed gracefully like water over sacred stones, like wind through bamboo. The library wasn't merely quieter, it was harmonized. This harmony mirrored Gregory's own transformation. He stopped striving for peace. He began to remember it was already within him. Every shelf, slip and sigh felt in harmony. He realized stillness isn't the lack of noise. It is the deep awareness that encompasses everything within it. In a world racing faster than breath, Gregory Cherry became a still point. In that stillness, the shelves began to sing. Chapter 6. Echoes from the Past, from New Silence, the Awakening of Gregory Anonymous. Cherry silence, Gregory had learned, was not always serene. As he sank deeper into his practice, reading, a new silence, meditating before work, moving through the library with reverent breath, he began to notice something stirring within him. Not peace, but turbulence. Not light, but flickers of shadow returning to the edge of awareness. It started in dreams. One night, he stood in the hallway of his childhood home. The air was heavy with humidity, and the dim yellow glow of the hallway light flickered, as if unsure of its own existence. He could hear arguing in the next room, muffled, sharp, and familiar. His mother's voice. His father's. The same argument he had overheard 100 times as a boy, now playing again like a broken reel in his subconscious theatre. He stood still in the dream, unable to move, a child trapped in a man's frame. When he awoke, tears clung to the corners of his eyes. He didn't push the dream away. He didn't try to forget it. Instead, he sat with it the next morning on his meditation mat, as if holding a wounded bird in his lap. The pain didn't scare him. Not now. He had learned to be with things. As Beverly Lanzetta had written, healing is not erasure. It is presence. It is the willingness to sit beside your suffering until it reveals its secret. And so he listened. He remembered his mother's quiet weeping late at night, when she thought no one could hear. He remembered the silence he kept in school, the way he wore invisibility like armor. He remembered how he once escaped into books to avoid the ache of not being seen, not being heard. Now the very same books were calling him to see and hear himself. Each memory returned not to haunt him, but to be liberated. One afternoon, while shelving memoirs, Gregory paused at a title that felt eerily familiar. The Body Keeps the Score. He pulled it out, flipped through a chapter on childhood trauma and the mind's quiet defense mechanisms. A single paragraph hit like a bell inside his ribs. Trauma survivors often seek control through silence. But true healing comes not in muting the past, but in befriending it. He stood there frozen. He stood there. It was as if the library had been rearranged to hold a mirror up to his soul. That night, he lit a single candle and opened his journal. Entry. To the boy I once was. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. You were scared and smart and strange and soft. I was ashamed of you because the world told me you were weak. But now I see you were holy. I won't silence you anymore. Speak. I will stay. He closed the notebook and sat in silence. Not the polished, blissful silence of a spiritual high, but the raw, ragged silence that followed truth. A silence heavy with release. And in that weight, he felt lightness. The next day at the library, he moved with the same calm, but now there was something different in his presence. A richness, like someone who had walked through a storm and come out soaked, but smiling. Patrons noticed again. A man who regularly returned books late arrived early for the first time. A young woman asked him, "Do you teach meditation?" He simply said, "Not yet." In the quiet between his tasks, Gregory felt the resonance of something ancient. The sense that he wasn't just healing himself, but participating in the healing of his lineage, of generations who had carried silence as a burden, not as a blessing. Now he was choosing a different silence, not one of hiding, one of wholeness, and the echoes from the past, once haunting, began to soften into harmony. Chapter 7. The Universal Gaze. That evening, as Gregory exited the library and stepped into the warm hush of a Dallas twilight, he looked up. The sky was soft, coloured with streaks of lavender and rose gold, as though painted by a quiet, knowing hand. He paused on the steps, not to admire the view, but because something else had paused him. It wasn't a thought. It wasn't a feeling. It was an awareness, a vast, wordless attention that met his own. The moment expanded, and Gregory felt it again. The gaze of the universe. It had been watching all along, not like a voyeur or a judge, but like an old friend waiting for him to notice it back. And in that breath he did. He felt the eyes of stars not as distant balls of flame, but as ancestors of light. He felt the wind brush his cheek, not as weather, but as greeting. The sidewalk beneath his feet, the trees swaying nearby, even the passing strangers. Everything seemed lit from within, participating in the same sacred rhythm. He whispered aloud, almost without knowing why, "I see you." And something within replied, "We've always seen you." The next day, he arrived at work before sunrise. He sat on the roof of the library, legs crossed, hands resting gently on his knees. Dallas was slowly waking. Buses groaned to life. Construction cranes shifted. The first rays of sun stretched over glass and steel. Gregory sat still, breathing, and the universe breathed with him. That morning, for the first time, he didn't read a new silence. He let it rest in his bag. Not because he was done with it, but because it had worked its way into his being. Its words now lived in his rhythm, not just his reading. As he opened the front doors to begin the day, he whispered a prayer, not to a distant deity, but to the presence behind all things. May I serve what is sacred in others today, and may I remember what is sacred in me. The day unfolded like a living scripture. A child tugged at his sleeve to ask where the dragons lived. An elder asked for help printing a letter to her daughter. A teenager, face masked in exhaustion, asked for silence more than answers. And Gregory gave it to them all, not with expertise but with presence. That afternoon, he found a slip of paper tucked into the return slot. No book, just the note. You're the first person who made me feel seen. Thank you, M. Gregory didn't know who M was, but the universe did. And he smiled, not for himself, but because he was starting to understand. He had become a mirror for the divine gaze, not by trying, not by striving, but by simply being seen and seeing in return. The universe had never stopped watching. Now he was watching back. Chapter 8, The Altar in the Everyday. It was a Tuesday, unremarkable by most standards. The sky was a soft grey, the kind that made the light inside the library feel warmer than usual. The rhythm of the day was predictable. Deliveries arrived on time, regular patrons checked in, the printers jammed once. But Gregory had begun to see differently. Each moment, no matter how mundane, now glimmered with sacred potential. He didn't need incense or bells or grand declarations. He had discovered what the mystics had long known, the sacred hides in plain sight. His desk, scattered with return slips, highlighters and a chipped mug, was now his altar. The morning hum of fluorescent lights became a kind of liturgy. The beep of the scanner was no longer noise. It was a call to presence. Gregory paused before each task. Not out of hesitation, but intention. He had started whispering silent affirmations to the motions of his day. Let this be an offering. Let this be love in form. He didn't wait for quiet to be still. He brought stillness with him. The patrons didn't know the names of these rituals, but they felt them. The library had a current running through it now. An unseen thread connecting everything. The books, the people, the moments. Even the noise had harmony. While sorting through the interlibrary loan bin, Gregory found a returned book with a sticky note inside. It read, "This helped me remember my worth. Whoever touched this book before me, thank you." He closed his eyes and smiled. It was never just about the books. It was about the energy passed along with them. He started leaving his own notes, small slips tucked quietly into pages. You are not lost. Your breath is enough. Everything you've been through has prepared you to love deeper. He did not sign them. He didn't need credit. He had become part of the invisible choir that tended to the sacred in the everyday. At home, he continued his rituals, lighting a candle before he washed dishes, whispering gratitude into his tea, folding his laundry with mantras instead of mindless distraction. One night, as he sat cross-legged in his bedroom, Gregory realized something. The altar was no longer a place. It was him. His body, his breath, his being. Every part of him had become a site of sacred expression. And in the silence that followed, he heard it. You no longer need to seek the holy. You carry it. The words weren't from the book. They weren't from memory. They were from the presence itself. And Gregory bowed, not to something outside, but to the temple that had been forming inside him all along. At Chapter 9, the practice of letting go. Letting go is not an action. It is an unfolding. Gregory learned this not from a quote or book passage, but from a moment of unexpected grief. He was restocking returns when he reached for a familiar hardcover, a poetry collection his mother once loved. The smell of the pages, the faded pink of the cover. It struck him with a wave of memory so sudden it hollowed out his chest. For a moment he couldn't move. His mother had passed 5 years earlier. They hadn't spoken much in the final months, not out of anger, but distance. Unspoken things. Unshared truths. Now the poem she used to read aloud echoed in his heart. He ran his fingers across the page. Let me not keep what longs to fly. Let me not cage what came to teach me light. He closed the book. Tears welled, but he didn't fight them. He took the book to the far end of the library and sat beneath a window. The light poured in like quiet grace. He let the tears come. He let the ache speak. He whispered, I love you. I forgive you. I release you. A breeze rustled outside, and something inside him finally, softly, let go. Reflective intermission. Journal entry from Gregory. Date, unwritten. Location. Home, candle lit, tea warm, silence breathing. Today I discovered that I have been holding grief like an heirloom. Not out of love, but out of fear that if I let it go, I'd forget who I am. But silence showed me otherwise. Grief isn't a tether to the past. It's an invitation to deeper love. I thought letting go meant losing, but it's actually a return. A return to self, to source, to the now. My mother is not gone. She is breath. She is in the pause between the page turns. She is in the note left by a stranger. She is in the scent of that book. And I am not alone. Not anymore. He closed the journal. The candle flickered. The presence remained. Letting go did not empty him. It opened him.
Affirmations wrap with RP News. Donations are accepted now seriously, though. Like, share, and subscribe. Ava Fiery Phoenix. Embrace the fire within, for within it lies the power to ignite the path ahead. I am the fiery phoenix, embodying the essence of determination and resilience. Challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities in disguise, waiting for me to uncover the lessons they hold. With unwavering passion, I rise above adversity, transforming it into a stepping stone toward my goals. My spirit burns brightly, fueled by the flames of purpose and the desire to make a meaningful impact, just as the phoenix